Howdy, guys. Good afternoon, and welcome to another one of our group coaching sessions. I promise you a very special episode today. Today is one of my favorite days of the year, and no, it's not Christmas. It's pretty great and pretty close to Christmas. Hope everybody's in that holiday spirit. But today is actually our rokrbox winter gathering celebration and award ceremony. And a lot of the things that we do here at rokrbox, calling leads all day every day, facing rejection, being on the dialer for hours and hours on end, doing the work that essentially other people don't want to do. That's why they hired us to do it. That's a pretty grueling task, and it's a very challenging um, you know workflow to be involved with every single day. And one of the things that I've credited as one of our keys to success since our inception a long time ago is that we've really established a wonderful company culture that does a great job of making this work fun and meaningful and fruitful and rewarding for everybody involved. Again, we remind our team on a daily basis that we're doing work, right? We're showing up and we're doing work, and that's why we're getting paid. And we're helping people solve problems, and we're alleviating some of the pain and some of the displeasure that people have when it comes to calling all these internet leads and identifying hot buyers and sellers on your behalf. So one of the ways that we make that work fun and meaningful, there's lots of ways that we do it in the office. We talk about how to create a productive work environment, how to create a highly intense and highly competitive workflow in our physical office, and we do that a lot of different ways. We have gongs, we have high energy music. There's no chairs in our office. We're standing all day long. The hours are short. They're only 4 hours in length, so people are smiling and dialing, and they're getting out of the office before that energy and enthusiasm decreases. But in addition to that, we have a lot of employee appreciation events. We do a big tailgate party once a year. We do a big pool party once a year. We have masterminds throughout the year that employees get to come and provide their feedback and insights on how we can improve the business. But this I would say, definitely be the summit of it all. This would be the peak of the mountaintop. This is our rokrbox winter gathering. And so I just wanted to show you around today. We're up here a few hours before we get started here, just getting set up, getting the room decorated, getting all the different pieces in place so that we can have a wonderful evening tonight. And so I just wanted to kind of walk you through exactly the experience that we're going to have tonight. And I hope that you guys can model this. One of my favorite tips that I learned for success a long time ago is R&D, not research and development, but rip off and duplicate. So if you find some cool ideas that we're using to, again, make this work fun and meaningful and fruitful and rewarding, please, by all means, rip this stuff off, duplicate it, because at the end of the day, it's all about connecting with your employees, connecting with your teammates, and showing them that their work and their efforts are meaningful and they're appreciated, and that it makes a difference in this world. So I'm going to kind of show you around. We're actually at one of my really good friends' wedding venues. We're out here in College Station, Texas, and this is a beautiful property. This is actually the site where they do the outdoor wedding ceremonies. Now, we're not going to have any type of wedding ceremony this evening, but let me kind of walk you through the experience that our team's gonna have tonight. So the front entryway is just up here. So as people arrive this evening, there's a couple people that have jumped in on a party bus together, and other people will probably Uber up here. And point being is, as soon as everybody arrives here and they come up to the front door, they're going to be greeted by the red carpet ceremony. So we've got a nice, rokrbox branded backdrop here with a simple red carpet that we probably got off Amazon years ago, and just a little bit of lighting here to illuminate the background there. And we've actually hired a photographer. So we'll have a photographer out here waiting to greet everyone as they show up and give them that photo opportunity, right there with the rokrbox brand in the background. And of course, we hire the photographer. We get all the photos at the end of the night on a Google Drive, and we immediately share it with all of our employees, because we want them to start taking these professionally produced photos and putting it out on their Facebook or their Instagram or whatever social media platform they're on, so that they can show to people that this is more than just a part-time job. All of our callers are Texas A&M students, and so this is a part-time job for them. And no other job in this town that I know of really does it big like this, that really shows people how meaningful the work is that they do. So they'll have rokrbox branded photos right off the bat to post their social media accounts. And of course, the marketing that we do here in town is for other potential employees. So we want our employees to feel like the work that they do is beneficial and skill building activity. And then when they start posting photos like this, then it gives their friends an opportunity to kind of say, hey, what is this part-time job that you have that threw you an amazing gala? So let me flip the camera around here again. This is, as you show up, look how beautiful this venue is. Like I said, this is a really good buddy of mine that I went to college with years ago. Him and his family opened this wedding venue back in 2016. And that's essentially what we're using for the night. I mean, people have their weddings here every single weekend. And so we booked the event for Wednesday so that we could get access to it, because obviously we wouldn't be able to, steal this for the evening on a Saturday or a Friday. But, beautiful event. There's tables already set up. We've got a lot of these decorations we've just purchased, and we just recycle them year after year. So making a couple different modifications here or there, but we got the tablecloths. We've got some nice centerpieces here. Pretty simple. Nothing that breaks the budget here. And then this is one of my favorite parts of the evening right here, which is our awards table. So everybody will show up. We'll have an open bar. So bars there in the back. We've hired some bartenders, and we've stocked it full of all sorts of good adult beverages that'll keep the good times flowing. So people will show up. We'll have the open bar back here. And then we've also hired a professional caterer. So the caterers will have their food set up right here in the back. They're about to arrive here shortly and start getting this set up. And so the caterer also, the catering package that we got also has hors d'oeuvres, past hors d'oeuvres. So again, the whole point here is to provide our employees an experience that they're not going to get, anywhere else. There's no part-time job in this town that's doing an open bar with past hors d'oeuvres for their, winter celebration. So we've got the bar over here. Like I said, fully stocked up. We'll have a couple bartenders working this tonight. Already got the margarita mixed up here. We've got some, good old Texas Tito's vodka, some bourbon, some wine. We've got a cooler ice chest full of some beers and seltzers down there. And then of course, extra ice and limes that we need to cut up here in a little bit. But, essentially the full experience here. It's not like their typical kegger party that they're going to, where they show up and, get a plastic red Solo cup and people explain that, there's a keg of Keystone Light in the back. We really like to do it big and show them how much we appreciate the work they do. So that starts at 7. And so we'll have a cocktail hour for about an hour. And then at 8 o'clock, everybody will start to sit down at their tables. It's pretty much open seating. I did, however, steal a couple of these reserved signs off of Amazon so that I could make sure nobody steals my seat tonight. I like to sit up here at the front because as soon as the dinner is completed, then we do our award ceremony. So this is really my favorite part of the evening. So dinner starts at 8, and then the awards begin at 9. And let me show you what I've done here. I've really just taken a simple PowerPoint. And so we'll have this PowerPoint hooked up to a big screen. There'll be a big screen that drops out of the ceiling here. So everybody's positioned. The tables are, 6 people seated at each table with everything facing the big screen here. So that way nobody has to break their neck and turn around. So we've actually got 9 tables set up with 6 people. So we've got 54 RSVPs for the evening. And of course, we brought our branded tablecloths here to make things pop, which, by the way, if you don't have one of these already for your brand, I love these tablecloths. You can get them online really easy, but it's just an elastic tablecloth. So it pulls down there at the end. It looks really nice and tight. We always bring that whenever we go to live events. But literally, I've just been sitting here and finalizing our slideshow, our PowerPoint presentation. And so what we'll do is the first thing we'll do is we'll acknowledge our top guns of the month. And I don't know if any of you are Workaholics fans, but this is kind of where we got our Top Gun of the Month award from. And one of the things that we do is throughout the year, whoever wins the award each month, it's essentially an Employee of the Month award, for the best full body of work. So that would be opportunities, that would be seller percentage, lender percentage, live transfers. We also, audit all of the work that we do. And so if someone makes a mistake, they get logged for an error. So that goes into account for us determining who's a top gun. And then we also have a core value wall that we recognize in each of our huddles who's living by and following the core values. So all of these things go into determining who's our employee of the month, or what we call our top gun. And so when they win that award throughout the year, they get one of these Top Gun hats. Again, we stole that from Workaholics. But at the end of the year, we actually go on a cruise. So here's a couple photos from the last cruise that we went on before the world shut down. But we intend on going on another cruise this summer. And there's normally an easy 3-day cruise that leaves out of Galveston, which is a couple hours from where we're located. And so we'll just recognize these employees. And then tonight, just they have something extra to take home with them, is we found these portable chargers. These just a USB, portable charger. These things cost about 10, 15 bucks. And then what we did was got our rokrbox logo made into the sticker. And so it allows us to, a lot of times when you're looking for corporate gifts, the quality of the stuff that you get is really crappy, in my opinion, and or it's just something dumb that someone throws away. So we really tried to think of something that would be useful, that these, our employees and these students would actually use. And then what we do is we just put a sticker on it. So now it looks like a rokrbox branded battery charger. So each of them that are going to be going on the cruise are going to get recognized and get one of these batteries. So these are going to be all of our top guns that are going to be in attendance tonight. And we'll call them up one by one and give them recognition. And then the next thing that we have is these dog tags right here. And this is for our opportunity clubs. So I found these off of a website called tagz.com. And what we did, a lot of times in sales, there's a lot of metaphors that people use that are either sports related or military related. And so we found these dog tags. These are like $6 a piece, I think, off of tagz.com, tag-z.com. And what we do is we put their name, we put their employee number, and then what this club establishes is how many opportunities they've identified. So Emily Earlbeck, she's in the 500 club. She's identified over 500 hot buyers or sellers. Emily Pope, she's in the 1,000 club, 1,000 opportunity club. So she's identified over 1,000 opportunities. And then we even have one of our absolute studs, Grant Nose, who's been with us for over 4 years. He's in the, if you can read that, the 2,500 club. So this one employee at rokrbox has identified over 2,500 hot buyers and sellers since he started working here at rokrbox. So again, we scorecard everything, we measure everything, we recognize everything, because that's one of the easy ways to improve what's going on, and then also create recognition and create meaning behind the work that we're doing. So we'll do the opportunity clubs, and then once we recognize everybody for that, we have a couple other fun awards that we've come up with. One of them is our live transfer champion. So we know how much you guys love live transfers, and so we obviously incentivize that in our office. And one of the ways that we do it, there's a lot of different ways, but at the end of the year, we're going to give this golden wine away, which is this bottle. I found this bottle of Moscato at the liquor store, and I'm not sure if you've ever heard this, but college kids don't have much of a wine palate, so a sweet white wine like this is going to be a big hit. So it was a golden bottle of Moscato here, and of course a rokrbox is a gold mining tool used to separate sand and gravel from gold. So this is going to be the award for whoever won the most live transfers for the year. And then again, we just put that sticker on there. So we just made it look custom by just putting one of those stickers on it. So again, I didn't have to buy some crappy, branded gift or pay some outrageous fee to have somebody else, put our logo on something. We just put the sticker on there ourselves. The next award we have is what we call our secret shopper champion. So we've talked a lot about our care script and, making the scripts work. But one of the ways that we do that, we're going to talk about this on our next coaching call, is our CSE, our customer service evaluation. And this allows us to actually grade the call on a scale of 0 to 20. There's 4 parts of the script. So each part of the script gets rated on a scale of 1 to 5, add it all up, equals 20. And so at the end of the year, again, we scorecard everything, we track everything. And at the end of the year, we will have our secret shopper champion. And so kind of a fun gift that we use for this is we send them on a secret shopping spree, right? So we literally found this little shopping cart right here. Again, this was probably like $6 on Amazon. And then we went and got some gift cards here, Chick-fil-A and Starbucks. And I don't know if any of you have ever been to Whataburger. It's a Texas staple. But anyway, these couple of gift cards here are as good as gold for a bunch of college students on a budget. So we'll identify and give out our secret shopper champion, and nobody let anybody know, but Matthew's who won it this year. We got a 19.5 average, so that's his average CSE score. So really proud of that achievement from Matthew. Now the next one that we have is our most opportunities called from a text. So again, a lot of the leads, we call them, we text them, we email them, but we always know that a phone call is much more effective at getting all the answers to all the questions that we need in a very short time period, and being able to just get through the conversation in a couple minutes instead of going back and forth via text message. So again, one of the things that we do at rokrbox is we want to incentivize people to get these people on the phone. So a lot of times we'll send a text message to somebody, and if they respond to us, our next triggered action is to actually call them, right? Why sit there and have a text conversation when we can just call them and get them on the phone? So we've actually, this has been a monthly contest that we've had. It's been weekly contests that we've had, but at the end of the year, we're going to give out an award for the most opportunities called from a text. And look at this prize that they're going to get. Again, I found this on Amazon. This is I love this. It's a handset, like an old school retro phone that you can plug into your iPhone or your Android. So it's somewhat of a gag gift, I don't know if they'll ever use that, but again, it gets the point home that it's important to use your phone, not just to text people, but to actually call them, get them on the phone, get all the questions answered, and be able to convert them in a much quicker way at a higher level. So that's going to be the prize for our most opportunities called from text. And then we also have our watch opportunities. So the most effective way to convert an online lead is just to call them right after they register, right? They're in an emotional state. Something happened in their life, caused them to go online and search for these keywords and phrases. They click on your website. They start looking at homes. The squeeze pops up and says, hey, give us your information. They type in their name, phone number, and email address. We call them. That's the most effective way to convert an online lead. In fact, about 40% of the opportunities we identify come from just that one strategy alone. So if you did nothing at all, except just call your lead within 5 minutes, you'd still get 40 to 50% of the results that we're creating for you. And so because of that, that's always the fun work that everybody wants to do at rokrbox. But guess what? There's other work that needs to be done. There's sitting on the dialer and doing all the long-term follow-up calls. And so sometimes that doesn't seem to be as fun and as exciting because it's not as rewarding. There's not as many opportunities that come from calling those long-term databases over and over and over through a dialer all day. So again, take something that could be a perceived negative and turn it into a positive. So what is it that maybe there's something that happens in your business on a daily basis that's not celebrated, that's not glamorous, it's not fun? Well, flip it around and make it fun, make it rewarding, make it exciting. So what we determined was for our most watch opportunities is we actually got a watch box, right? Again, bought this on Amazon, put our sticker on it, and it's a nice little watch box there. So if anybody has a watch collection or wants to start one, I can't get this thing open, but regardless, there's a place in there. You put all your watches, and just kind of a nice little piece, a nice little touch. And again, it's branded with our logo because we just put that sticker right on there. So we've made the work that isn't fun and glamorous, we've made it exciting because someone's actually going to go home with an award tonight for doing the work that's not the most fun work to do. The next thing we're going to recognize, this is one of my most enjoyable recognitions, is our former employee recognition. So we say at rokrbox we're a family, and family you're a part of for the rest of your life. So whether you're a current employee or whether you're a former employee, you're always a part of the rokrbox family. And it's so exciting for us to get to see and hear and visit and connect with our former employees who have graduated and they've gone out into the quote unquote real world, and now they're off to fun and exciting new adventures. And so we actually have tonight, we'll have, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 former employees that have RSVP'd to the party, and those are their employee numbers in order from the oldest to the youngest. So literally, Zach Stevens, he's one of the first employees we ever hired. He graduated about 4 or 5 years ago. He works for one of the major accounting firms now up in Dallas, Fort Worth. and his career is just soaring to heights unimaginable had he not had the experiences that he had in Rockerbox. Same thing goes for a lot of these other people on the list. Is they've now, when they walk to the stage, they got multiple job offers, they got whatever internship program. A lot of them skip entry level jobs because of the experiences that they've had here. And then even if they do jump into an entry level job, they normally get promoted really quickly and they get into management roles really quickly, because not only are we teaching people here how to make phone calls, but we only hire and promote from within. So people work their way up into leadership positions. And every single week in our leadership meeting, we're reading a book about leadership. They're practicing skills in leadership on a daily basis, encouraging people, inspecting what we expect, coaching and training and influencing and spreading positivity. And so a lot of these former employees have a lot of really great, incredible stories to share. So we want to bring them up on stage and recognize them, because we want everybody else that's an employee now that doesn't know these people. We want them to know who they are, because then whenever the award ceremony ends, we want them to be able to go and have a drink with them and talk to them and ask them, what is your career like now that you're outside of Rockerbox, and what was the interview process like now that you're outside of Rockerbox? Again, really simple gift. One of these little insulated wine tumblers. And what did we do? We put that Rockerbox sticker on it. So another nice branded gift there for our former employees who are coming back tonight. And again, this is a Wednesday night, so a lot of these people had to request off work tomorrow, or figure out some way to either show up for the party and head home early. But regardless, it's really exciting to see how many people come back to celebrate with us. And then once we recognize our former employees, we start recognizing our current employees. So we've got a few employees here that have been with us for over a year. And so we've got some of these Camelback water bottles. And then of course, we put a Rockerbox sticker in there that they can add to the bottle once they get it. But everybody loves these little Camelback water bottles. It's something useful. It's something that they're not just gonna throw in the back of their closet and never use again. We want to give them something that they might have in their hand on a daily basis, in their car, in their house, in the classroom. Because again, the way we want to market here locally is we want to market to college students to get more of them to be excited about working here. So we've got a couple of them that are celebrating their 1-year anniversary. We even have some employees celebrating 2 years worth of service. And so we actually printed off some new merch. We normally print off some new merch this time of year because it's really not cold for very long in Texas. In fact, I'm wearing shorts and t-shirt right now because it's 81 degrees outside. But there will be a couple little cold spills come through here in the next month. So we normally order some long sleeve or some hoodies or some sweatshirts or some jackets or something a little warmer than what we normally give out through the year. So we chose to do something we hadn't done before, which is this white, just a white crew neck sweater. And so we'll have one of our employees celebrating a 2-year anniversary, and she'll receive one of those sweatshirts. And then it's really exciting. We have a tiered system. So 3-year gets something, 4-year gets something. Don't have anybody this year celebrating their 4-year or their 3-year anniversary, but we do actually have a couple guys celebrating their 4-year anniversary. And the joke that I always make is that, at Rockerbox, because we listen to high energy music throughout the day, it's not necessarily everybody's preference of music that they would normally listen to on their own. But the joke that I make is, hey, now that you've worked here for so long, I'm sure that once you leave the office, you're probably dying to go home and listen to some more music. And so this is a little bit bigger of an investment. These speakers, these are the JBL waterproof Bluetooth speakers. These are about $100. So again, the value of the prizes, the 1-year anniversary, this is about a $20 gift. The 2-year anniversary, this is about $35 gift. The 4-year would be about $50 to $60. And then the 3-year, which we don't have this year. And then the 4-year is actually $100 JBL speaker. So we've got 2 guys on our team right now that have literally been with Rockerbox ever since they've been in college, pretty much their entire college career. So we're going to celebrate their years of service, and they're going to get that speaker as a reward. And then got a couple other awards here, but my most favorite of all, again, this whole entire conversation is all about company culture, right? It's all about making the work fun and meaningful and fruitful and rewarding. And, the way we do that is we live by core values, right? We've established them from day one. We're a purpose-driven organization. We say our purpose is to move people forward, and we live by 5 values. And it's not just something that we put in some cute artwork and put up on the wall and forget about. It's something that is quizzed on every day of the training when someone becomes a brand new employee. It's recognized in every single huddle 3 times a day whenever we start our day. It's recognized before we start our masterminds every single month. And this is the pinnacle of it all. This is the winter gathering. And so at the end of the year, what we do is I've created a Google sheet, and all of the employees can submit who they believe embodies these 5 core values the most. And so it's just a Google form. Everybody just drops however many nominations they want in there. They can put 1 in there, they can put 10 in there. They can nominate the same person 5 different times for 5 different values. It doesn't really matter. There's really no rules to it. But what I do is I open up the form. We start this about October-ish. And about mid-November, we close it down because I need time to actually order these awards, because they don't just turn them out really quickly, because this is the prize moment right here. Is this nice, beautiful glass award that establishes who is that core value champion. And this is a really nice glass award. I mean, each of these probably cost, nowadays with costs going up, I think we're paying about $110 for each of these. So, I mean, this is very, very heavy glass. And it's got our logo on it. It has the core value, and then it has the winner. So you guys have to promise not to say anything to Matthew, because this is all a surprise. So we've got the 5 different awards for the 5 different core values: earning respect while demonstrating respect. And again, this is all nominated by their peers. And so what I'll do is, before I present these awards, is I'm actually going to go through and read some of the responses, because not only do you nominate someone for the award, but you also, there's a part in the form where you can add some comments to it. And so I'm going to actually go and just edit it up a little bit, so I have some bullet points to read off of. So before I announce each winner, I'll just go through the PowerPoint here, and this will pop up first, and then I'm going to read all the things that everybody said about Anthony. And then that'll kind of, build the suspense. And then I will acknowledge Anthony, and then there'll be a big, round of applause, big celebration. So, Anthony having fun while being the best. Let's see here. No, there's Anthony's award right there. And then our 5th value here is act in the best interest of our company, customers, and coworkers. How many of you ever remember the old movie Office Space, where they say, "Is this good for the company?" Right? I mean, that's a joke. That's a corporate joke. Or how many of you ever worked retail and you heard, "Customer's always right"? Whatever the customer says is always right. Well, I feel like we've modified our own version of those values by saying that, when it comes to life and business, it's not just about one party winning. It's about creating a win-win-win situation for everybody. And so this is one of the values that we live by every single day, is we act in the best interest of our company, our customers, and our coworkers. So, nobody needs to make a sacrifice when it comes to the decisions that we're making. We look for the win-win-win. And if we can't find one, we keep looking even harder. So that's those are all the awards that we give out. And then at that point, it'll be about 9:30. And at that point, up there at the top, I don't know if you can see another table there at the top, they're gonna have a DJ up there. So we've hired a DJ, and he'll be up there spinning some tracks. And then, as you can see over here, we've got a bit of a dance floor set up with the bar over there. This will be the dance area. DJ will be up there. And then over here, it hasn't been set up yet, but this is gonna be one of those photo booths. So, one of those fun photo booths where they have all the different wacky signs and hats and stuff. So we'll have all that stuff set up right over here, so there'll be people doing the photo booth with a little backdrop, and it prints off the pictures and stuff. I think we booked that for maybe $450 for the photo booth. And then I don't know if you guys have seen in the background here, my gorgeous, amazing wife over there. She's been helping us get ready, but her and my mother and my 3-year-old daughter have been busy making some desserts for the last couple of days. So, a nice little personal touch there. We love the fact that we call rokrbox a family, but we also love that that my family gets to be involved with this as well. So my mom was responsible for making some of these treats, and she had my 3-year-old daughter over at her house yesterday working on making some of those treats for her as well. And then, of course, my amazing wife is here this evening or this afternoon, getting everything set up with all the rest of the desserts. But yeah, we will have, like I said, DJ up here, and the musical will begin about 9:30, and we'll go until the bartenders are here till 11:30. So we just booked a professional bartending company. We supplied the alcohol, and then they just come and serve it. So they have the required licenses that you need to be responsible for serving alcohol. But the bar will be open till about 11:30, and then the music ends at 12. And then at that point, we'll have a little bit of cleanup to do, which is not too much. I mean, most of the stuff that's ours is the tablecloths, the centerpieces. Hopefully most of this gets consumed, the desserts and the alcohol, so we won't have to take any of that home. And then all the awards, of course, are going home with everybody tonight. But this is the last little touch I want to show you, is these little LED foam sticks. I don't know if you've ever seen these. These are a lot of fun. I saw these at a club in Las Vegas one time. And then again, you can search anything on Amazon, but it's literally just like a little foam stick. It has a little LED in it, and it's got a couple different light up modes. So the party will start at 9:30, and then probably about 10:30, after everybody's out there dancing and have a good time, we keep these stashed away. And so everything's about energy and about managing the energy of the room. So about 10:30, we'll light all these up and start throwing them over the balcony down to the crowd and passing them out to everybody so that they can just keep going. It gives them a little boost of energy and is a little fun, exciting thing. But you can get these things for, I think they're like maybe $1 a piece. So like a 12-pack for 12. We got like a 30-pack here. I think this is maybe $25 for the whole box. So all in all, I mean, this is one of the more expensive employee appreciation events that we have throughout the year. But we believe it's totally worth it. And then we also allow all of our employees to bring a +1. So, again, the marketing that we're doing here locally is to attract more employees to come and be a part of the rokrbox family. So it's very cool, because normally after the party that we have here, shortly afterwards, we normally pick up an employee or two from someone's +1 who comes and is like, what in the heck is this? This is the most incredible thing I've ever seen. And this is all for just some part-time job where you guys call internet leads all day long. So again, one of our secrets to success, I've said it once before, I'll say it a million more times, is, we take the work that nobody else wants to do. That can be grueling, it can be monotonous, it can be tedious, it can be boring, but it is rewarding, right? There's a skill that's built here that these students will take for the rest of their life, and be able to apply to whatever career they pursue. And then obviously this work helps you create freedom in your life as an entrepreneur, because it gives you leverage in your business so that you don't have to be doing this work that can be done by part-time employees. And then also we hope that it also makes a difference on your agents' lives as well, that it gives them some leverage and gives them some freedom so that they can learn how to actually service agents, or not agents, but service clients that are serious and motivated, and not just be hitting their head up against the wall all day long on some cold internet leads. And that's why we say our purpose is to move people forward. We move the leads through the pipeline, we move your agent's career forward, we move your business freedom forward, and then the skills that are being built in our office on a daily basis, move our employees' lives forward. And it's just really exciting to get to see that happen. And again, we're so excited to be able to celebrate this with you. Consider yourself as here in spirit this evening, because none of this would be possible if it wasn't for you and your trust in us and your belief in the service that we provide. So we thank you for that. And we'll be sharing a toast for you this evening, and we'll be having a good time. And just as a reminder, I did send out an email on Monday, but the office is closing this evening at 5 so that we can have the party. And then like any forward-thinking individual, because we are having a big party tonight and everybody's gonna be having a good time, We're going to open the office a little bit later tomorrow. So instead of open at 9, we'll open at 11. So we've given everybody not only the party, but a little bit of time off as well. So anyway, I hope that you guys have learned something from this. And again, one of the best keys to success in life is R&D, not research and development, but rip off and duplicate. So by all means, if you have any questions, if you want to know a little bit more about the gifts that we give out, or the prizes that we give out, or the PowerPoint presentation that I put together, or where we came up with these ideas, I'm always happy to jump on a call or jump on a Zoom or respond to an email. So you know how to get a hold of me, josh@rokrbox.com. Hope you guys are having an excellent week, having a great hump day. We'll see you again next week, same time, 3 p.m. Central on Wednesday. And next week, we will dive a little bit deeper into our CSE, our customer service evaluation, and actually show you how we grade and scorecard one of our calls that we make. So again, hope this was useful, guys. I hope you learned something new, or maybe we just were reminded of something that you already were aware of, an aha, right? But either way, guys, cheers to you. Thanks again for your support and your trust in us, and we'll be celebrating your success this evening. So thanks again, guys. We'll see you next time.